Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Project Warlock here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. On the previous episode we were able to finish off the Antarctic section of the game. Therefore, on this section of the game we are gonna start to take a look at the Egypt. And this is gonna be lots of fun. Lots of old structures, lots of catacombs, lots of new enemies, and a whole lot new secrets. So yeah, that is gonna be definitely fun. So we're gonna definitely prime the computer in order to start this thing off. But before we actually head out, I want to make sure that I have all the upgrades currently available to me. And let's see. Yeah, we're gonna probably go with the Pyromaniac 2 because I need to gather up as much ammo, and I'm gonna be upgrading the capacity even more. I might pump one more point into life, but strength and capacity, that is gonna be my primary goal here. Let's see if we have enough points to upgrade any of the weapons. Okay, so I definitely wanna get the fire lance. Now, normally I would go first for like the triple shot crossbow, but trust me, the fire lance is gonna be really handy. So we're gonna go with that, and basically this changes the standard flamethrower into a fire lance that shoots straight stream of fire. It basically gives it like infinite range, and it vaporizes anything it touches. So really fun thing. It would have been a lot more useful in the Antarctic too, but I'm not gonna be too damn picky. So let's go into the Egypt and do some sightseeing. So straight out of the gate we are met with some mummies. These are gonna be our normal enemies. They are basically kind of replacing some of the ones which we would be facing off. And because we are trying to do all the secrets, we are gonna have to take a look at this wall over here where you can see that big crack, and on the other end is another one. So we're gonna just continue through here, and this is gonna be our first secret. And sometimes if you slice through this wall properly, you can actually kill that mummy off. It just depends on how good you are with hand tools. As you can see, the fire lance is doing quite the number on just about anything. And that ash just decided to run towards me. We're gonna dodge any of the enemy projectiles. Yeah, I'm just like lightly tapping the mouse in order to do damage, and it instantly vaporizes these kitty cats. Now these should be the reskinned succubus or succubi from the initial missions, and I'm assuming that the mummies are basically a reskin of those bats which we ran into initially. So it's not that difficult to deal with them. I'm playing this on the second hardest difficulty. The most difficult difficulty which you can run this thing on is where you actually decide to have only one life. So if you die anywhere along the way, you basically have to restart the whole thing. And I've tried this on multiple occasions. It was kind of really infuriating because I have failed on many occasions. But anyhow, this wall over there, that is gonna be our next secret. We have so far 2 out of 7, and I can see that there's quite a lot of them. This is a different type of an enemy. This is basically the mummy, and I have kind of ran out of the fuel, so we're gonna have to switch to something more efficient. So third secret behind this wall, and because this wall also looks different, counts as additional secret. So basically this is sort of a shortcut to go through the map. This is gonna get us to 4 out of 7 secrets. And the most amazing thing is that, yeah, this is the end, but I'm gonna first pick up the remaining 3 secrets. And the fun thing about them is that they are nicely located close to one another. But I want to get as many kills out of this, so I haven't played this game in quite a while in between the recordings. So let's have some fun with it, right? Obviously, we want to pick up our unlocked advancement points. And now when we are within the inside of this structure right over here, you need to pay attention to this wall and the Anubis. And this, I think, is the Thoth. I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. You gotta have to correct me in the comment section for that. But the Anubis, which we all know and love, he is gonna lead us to one secret. The second god, he is gonna lead us to Serious Sam Cameo. And when you actually open up this secret, you are gonna get an achievement for finding Serious Sam here. So you can tell it's him based on that cool t-shirt. And then there is that one last wall, which you can clearly see is different because it looks better over there than it looks over here. And this is gonna be basically our last secret of this mission. And now if I wouldn't been such an idiot and blown a hole through those damn doors, I would have known what is shooting at me still at this point, and we could have gone through there. Now obviously if you would have not followed through here, you can just go through here, you would pick up those 3 secrets, you keep clearing out everything, you find another secret, and then you get lost. Okay, I think I know where I'm supposed to go. I think. Okay. I should know this game by now. I mean, how the hell am I able to navigate for all of these secrets, but I'm not able to do the rest? Oh yeah, here it is. So we have all the secrets and we can proceed. So the initial map has 7 secrets, so that's kind of fun. The next mission, however, only gives us 3 secrets, so it's gonna be a bit more easier and also difficult at the same time, because the less secrets you are working with, the much more difficult situation you're gonna have finding these things. So I'm gonna try to dodge all the projectiles. I hate these things because they keep following you whenever you go. So let's crack these. There might be something useful, you know, like ammo for the firelands and such. Yeah, I was quite sure that was not all of the enemies. And once again, once we pick up a key, all hell breaks loose. And I got dangerously close to those mummies, so I took some damage there. Okay, shotgun is always a fun thing to choose. And now let's try to hunt down those damn pesky secrets. Now, in this mission specifically, due to the fact that it's this sandstorm, it's kind of a difficult for you sometimes to notice what might be the right wall to choose. But it looks like it has been sanded, or what should be the term, because you can see that it's kind of brighter. So here is our first secret. There is a life hidden behind. We do have the yellow key, so we can actually go and interact with the mummies. We're gonna press this. We still need to press one more switch. And we are gonna be looking at the additional walls which we need to interact with. trying to make sure I don't miss on anything. So far, good. And here we have our second secret. So theoretically, you don't have to go through these doors. You can go through here, show up here, shoot up the place, press the second switch, and then it's up to you to make your way to here. And this should be the third secret, which is gonna lead us inside. And inside we're gonna see a brand new type of enemy right over there. It's the Scorpion King looking guy. And my advice is to be extremely careful when it comes to throwing dynamite sticks inside, because anything can cause an explosion. And trust me, you don't want to get hit by the explosion of your own dynamite, because it will deal even more damage to you than the enemies. So we should have all the 3 secrets uncovered. Here is our way out. I'm just gonna stick around, pick up everything which we can. This was the initially locked door. This is why we had to press the 2 buttons. But because we also found the secret, we were able to bypass it. So let's make our way to another section or sequence in the Egypt section. And this ammo is for a laser gun. We're gonna get that much later, but it's fun that we are getting it right now. So we're gonna return back to the base because we have cleared out the first initial sequence in Egypt, but I feel like the episode would be kind of short here, so I'm gonna actually spoil you and give you even more fun content. So, woohoo, right? Who is excited? Someone lie to me, please, in the comment section. If you are gonna write down we're excited or I'm excited, I'm gonna know someone is watching this. Okay, so we're gonna increase our capacity even more. That way, eventually, I will be able to keep gathering more and more ammo. And trust me, we're gonna eventually need more and more ammo. So we are gonna choose the Pyramid Ruins and we're gonna proceed from there on out. Okay, so as you can clearly see, we are here at the start of the pyramid. This is gonna be one heck of a sequence eventually. Now in the first mission, we're gonna be trying to pick up 3 secrets, and one of them is really annoying because it basically leads you to the skill box, and it's kind of a difficult thing to finish off, especially when you don't know what you're heading into. And this is why I also think this game cannot be defeated without you taking an ounce of damage. But anyhow, this is where close-range weapons inside of the pyramid are gonna be our primary source of damage. So your shotgun, your fire lance, pistol, or axe if you are a brawler. Now, if you would have not gone with the akimbo and you would have picked up the nail gun, here you can utilize it fairly well. However, keep in mind that the bullets can bounce off the surface and even hit you. So if you are playing this on the most difficult, on the hardest difficulty, that's the sentence I'm trying to form, you might be taking unnecessary damage, so keep that in mind. Now that has been said, let's head in and kick some ass. I do not advise anyone to use the dynamite sticks inside because it is really tricky. The pillars can initiate the trigger of the explosion. Even these ceramic jugs can do the same, so be extremely careful if you want to play blow up stuff within the pyramid itself. Now, because we are dealing only with 3 secrets, this is gonna be kind of annoying, and eventually I'm gonna show you what the spell is. Because we can only see it inside of the workshop, I cannot just leave the pyramid and then just walk back in. Try to use the proper words. Don't try to be all fancy with the English, Max. Okay, so this first sequence has been cleared out, and we're gonna be trying to look for our first secret, and that is hidden somewhere in this chamber, if I recall correctly. It's supposed to be one of these small chambers which has like a dead end over here. Maybe it's a different chamber. I'm gonna have to maybe consult the notes again, but I'll just edit that out. So I look like I know what I'm doing, which at this point I'm quite sure nobody believes me. But that's perfectly fine. As long as you enjoy the content, I'm happy that you're happy. Okay, so where the hell are these things? Okay. I'm definitely sure it's not in here. And there's no secret from the outside. Okay, so it's actually in here, not over there. That's why I got it kind of confused. So this wall over here is a bit lighter. So the next one to it is your secret, which also works as a secret door that leads you to a next section. Bunch of scorpions, bunch of mummies, bunch of kitty cats. Everyone is present. We're gonna be pressing this. This is gonna give us our key. And usually when you pick up the key, here in these missions, where it tends to be super dark because the torches can only light up such an amount of space, because light travels a certain distance and also it's dependent from its source. It will look really weird, and this is why the warning for the light sensitivity is important, because if I do this, it might actually trigger an epileptic shock in certain people, so I hope nobody is experiencing any issues and are enjoying the content. Okay, so in this room, somewhere in this wall, there is the other secret. It's super difficult to spot any difference in the wall, so you're just gonna have to keep on hugging the walls. And we're gonna pick up another life, but we need to walk back because there is one more secret which I did not pick up. So I want to make sure that I will be able to get it. Okay, we were already here. The splatter is just the blood from the scorpions, so it might actually confuse you, that you might think, ooh, there's a secret, but unfortunately, no, it doesn't work like that. So we're just gonna proceed. Use the akimbo because we have plenty of ammo for the machine guns. I want to preserve some of these shotgun shells, but if I will be able to use them, I'm gonna use them, of course. Shotgun is a lot of fun in this game. And the sawed-off one, when you get the harvester, that's also fun. Now, if I would only remember, where in the world is that third secret, which is supposed to lead me to that weird pillbox? Now, I do not have the blue key. Where in the world was it? Okay. Let's try to backtrack to the start, and we're gonna see if I will be able to recall where that third secret is located at. So nothing is in these two rooms. You can touch all the walls you want. There's absolutely nothing. You actually have to go inside of the pyramid in order to initiate the engagements, the combat, and see what is what. Okay, so there is the blue key. I actually see the scorpion there, so I'm gonna toss the dynamite stick because my point of view or line of sight has not been obstructed by any of these pillars, which would otherwise trigger the explosion. We pick up the blue key. There's no swarm of enemies, which is shocking to me. They really will love to actually swarm you in this section of the game. Trust me, and these tight spots are gonna be super annoying to dodge their attacks. As you can see, we got back to the start. Enemies got respawned, so we need to clear out the same section of the map yet again. Some of these sections have been cleared out, and now I'm really struggling to figure out where the hell did I make the mistake and forgot about the third secret. We're gonna eventually get there, trust me. I might have to consult the notes. It's kind of weird that I can recall 7 secrets in one mission, but keep getting lost in some of these pyramid interior missions, because it's kind of weird, right? Okay, let's see if we can. So that is this. This is gonna open up the wall, which was here. And there is a brand new enemy, and these guys are super deadly. They basically shoot up this massive lightning charge, which can really mess you up, so be careful when you are dealing with them. I'm gonna leave this place alone for now because we need to find that third secret, but it's good to know that I have at least found a way out. I will just have to somehow realize that there is supposed to be a way out of here, and I think I have found the secret. So it was all along inside here, and yeah, it was in this first room with the first symbol which you had to press, and this is where the fire lance would come super handy. I'm gonna probably have to use the harvester because, as I said, we're gonna be dropped off into the skill box, which proves that in this game you have to take some damage. So maybe I'm just gonna go with the akimbo. Once again, I'm gonna put out the warning for light sensitivity, and let's go shoot some stuff. So as I said, a kill box, and basically this allows us to pick up 2 unlock points. Super handy, super useful, especially if you want to get a lot of weapon upgrades. And trust me, certain weapon upgrades like the fire lance, they are definitely worth it. The harvester, definitely worth it. These things are amazing. So yeah, let's go ahead because we have all those secrets now picked up. It would be awesome if I can also heal myself, which I somehow did by a miracle. We're gonna go, and I'm gonna be able to proceed into the next mission. Okay, so this is gonna be the last mission of this episode. I hope so far you're having lots of fun, or at least as much of it as I am. Now, this mission is gonna give us 9 freaking secrets, so this is gonna be tricky to pull off, especially in all these corridors. I mean, just take a look at the upper left corner to see the map, and you're gonna realize that you're up for lots of fun. However, the first secret is relatively easy to locate because it's right next to the switch that you need to press in order to unlock these weird looking doors. And also, the funniest thing is that actually if you destroy this wall and walk inside, this basically is one of those cases where each of the walls blocking off the secret door is counted as a secret. So currently we are sitting at 1 out of 9, and when you press this thing, you are sitting at 2 out of 9. So really cool. Now the next secrets are gonna be a bit more trickier to pull off because they are not so close, and we're gonna have to initiate some additional combat, but that should not be that much of an issue because after all, we are the warlock who likes to chew ass and kick bubblegum, or how does the phrase go? Anyhow, be careful when it comes to these red ceramic jugs because they actually hold some form of an oil inside and you can explode them. So they theoretically work like a small dynamite. They can still hurt you, so be careful. Now, when you're gonna get to this point, yes, I do see the yellow key which is over there. We're gonna ignore it for now. Pay attention to this black hole behind this wall. What you need to do is get over here, and because I actually exploded some of these jugs here, you're able to see that there is a breakable wall. This should count as the third secret. And what we have to do now is follow along this dark hallway. We cannot go yet through the yellow doors. We're gonna dispose of the scorpion. And here on the right wall, you can actually see that there is a different wall. And that is our fourth secret. Now, to the fifth secret. This one is relatively close and will help us bypass certain sections of the game. So the coolest thing is that sometimes you need to have a key in order to open up some of these doors. However, pay attention to this wall. If you press it, it will allow you to bypass having to use the red key. And there is another upgrade point, which we definitely want to grab eventually. So, let's clear out this room. So we are sitting at 5 out of 9 secrets. And now if I would only remember, where are the next secrets? Okay, let's see if I will recall. Maybe if we go through the yellow doors. Okay, that's one dead enemy. That's one door we can press. That's one empty hallway thanks to the use and power of the harvester. God, I love this sawed-off shotgun. That was accidental press. Now, if I'm gonna press this thing, I'm quite sure there's gonna be swarm of enemy. You need to be careful because sometimes those large guys who spam those lightning bolts will actually be hidden in these rooms. So pay attention to that and don't get yourself killed, especially if you start to play this game initially. I have died not that many times by being killed by the enemy, but me blowing myself up using dynamite and other weaponry in the worst possible locations because I thought I could do just about anything. We're gonna be pressing another switch which is gonna open up another door. We're gonna switch to the akimbo. Gonna clear out this section. And we're gonna find this location over here, but I don't want to go through that portal right now. We first want to pick up all of these secrets. I'm not really sure at this point as if this is a portal which gets you to the end location and from there you cannot return. So I want to make sure that I have all of them, and we are still missing 4. Now, when you get to this point, you're gonna have to go into here, and you see this weird red looking brick. And when you press this, this is gonna give you a secret. And now if I would only recall, where are the other ones? I'm tempted to press this, but I'm not really sure if there was a secret somewhere along here. I know there was one in some corner or edge of the map. I might actually want to consult the notes on this. Hold on, give me a second here. How in the frick did I get here in the first place? Okay, so we came from here. We do have the yellow key. We were obviously in this section. This is where we got our first 2 secrets. This was our 3rd. A pillar hatch has descended, so now we have the blue key. I want to make sure we don't have any enemies behind us, because quite a lot of times here the enemies are gonna pop up from multiple occasions. Again, I did the mistake of killing the damn barricade, which is blocking off the exit. But I'm not done, because I want to pick up the remaining secrets. We still have 2 more to go, and the funniest thing is that actually both of them are located together. So this is why I'm trying to get the last remaining secret, because if we get the last remaining secret, the beautiful thing about it is that you get a weapon sooner than you should, and you should be able to get the minigun. Spoiler. So yeah, I'm really kind of struggling here to find out where the hell is that last secret. Okay, so we are here. This is just the splatter from all the dead bodies. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, I think I remembered. No, not in here. What we need to do is locate that room with the red brick, which we had to press, which was basically a secret. Now, if I would only recall where the hell was that. Okay, give me a second. We're gonna get there. Trust me. Where the frick was it? No, definitely not in here. What happens if we... okay, so we pick up the red key if we go through here. But hold on. From here, we need to go to here. Yeah, so this is where the secret door was. And basically inside here, this wall is gonna lead us to the 8th secret. And if you go inside, you press this thing. This gets us the 9th secret. And now only if I would recall, where the hell do I have to go in order to pick up that fancy machine gun? And this is like the Gatling gun. Okay, so it's right behind over here. This thing shares the same ammo as the... what you call it? Nail gun or the akimbo. But when you get this thing, you actually have to keep pressing the left mouse in order to start spinning the turrets, in order to initiate the firing sequence of this weapon. That is the unfortunate thing. However, there is an upgrade, which is why you should be picking up all the secrets and picking up all the stars, which allows you to skip this basically starting of the turrets to spin, and that is gonna allow you to start firing immediately. So yeah, that is gonna be it for this episode. I hope you did enjoy it. On the next one, we're gonna proceed with the Egypt section. the boss battle for the Egypt is super difficult, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how I will be able to manage. I hope you are gonna enjoy the episode. If you have any tips or questions for me, feel free to ask them. If you want to know what the channel is currently up to, the best way to find out is to subscribe. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, discussions, comparisons, all sorts of cool stuff. Go check it out. Link is in the description. I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.